How, when you were dealing in that unit, were you ever concerned with corruption within any of the? Yeah,
Of course, everybody's corrupt.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Except Lattice. Lattice and Charlie at the time, dude, those guys, I would bet my life. I would bet my life. But everybody else that I will, the lieutenant colonel at the time,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, it was a relationship. But that I trusted, like if I was hanging from a cliff, hold my rope, Charlie and Lattice, hold it. I knew for a fact that they were going to hold it. But other than that, everybody else, arm's length.
How did
You know,
you? How did you? How did you deal with that? Knowing, keeping you and your guys safe. Then, if there was always that element of possible corruption.
well, bro, like I've always said, I don't trust anybody. I don't trust any. I don't believe anybody. And you know what? Even Lattice, I mean, I love that guy. He's like a brother. He really is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've slept in many hotels with him, and you know what? And he was standing at the door with an AR-15 while I slept, or vice versa. I'm holding his AR-15 in critical areas.
Mm-hmm.
I trust him with my life, but you know what? Other than those two, everybody else, it was on a need to know basis, limited information that I gave them, and I'm sure it was the same coming toward me. It was never that brotherly trust.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was respect.
Yeah.
I respected, I think that's how I was able to survive. And I would tell my men that worked for me, no women worked at the time. Now I believe they do. But at the time, I mentioned my men that worked for me in Mexico, that, you know what, don't trust anybody, don't believe anybody. And you know what, at the same time, you know what, remember, this is business, nothing personal.
Mm-hmm.
And the minute that you see that we're being compromised, say something, because over here we could disappear. And another thing that I did when I took over that unit, I had our DNA. I took our DNA and I actually put it in a paper bag. We all had our separate bags because we knew that one day, I mean, nobody does that.
Yeah.
Dude, we had our DNA in our separate bags. It was basically, if I don't come back, my DNA is there. You'll be able to identify. And one guy actually said, I don't want to be in this unit anymore because you're asking for DNA. Yes, I am. Because you know what? If something happens over there and I can't find you, I'm going to hopefully be able to identify it through DNA. And one guy actually said, I'm out of here.
Wow.
But I had to think like that because
Yeah.
we're not federal cops.
Yeah.
I mean, we go missing. I'll guarantee you, the President Bush wasn't going to say, "Oh, Contreras is missing." I mean, let it be a DEA federal agent, of course.
Yeah.
We were just municipal cops.
Yeah.
We ran over there. Literally, it was like the old wild days, you know.